reinvent your life. Choose your favorite character out of your favorite movie, a character who you really admire, you love the movie, you love the plot, you love the come up story, and reinvent your life. Remind yourself that you are the main character, reinvent your life, pick that character, pattern yourself after that person, and yeah, boom. Okay, my name is Anastasia. I am the Soft Life Therapist. I am a licensed professional counselor. I'm here to help guide you into your soft girl era. Self-care is vital. Self-care is not an option. It's important. It's required. Let's jump into this girl talk. So, I realize that movies are fiction, movies aren't real, so I'm not saying to plot out your entire life based on just any old movie character. So disclaimer, don't find the most violent, horrific, scary movie or something that's not safe and pattern your life after that. But we all love a good underdog story. We all love seeing somebody overcome obstacles and win and experience their victory. Now, there are some movies and some books that have a sad ending, a horrific ending, it's a tragedy. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about those happy, feel-good movies that empower you, that make you laugh, where you admire the main character, and take some of that strength. Take some of that as an example. I'm not encouraging you to think that movies are real and operate off of that. But just as an example. So for me personally, I was just going through one of my old journals. This is just like a journal I got off Amazon. I was going through one of my old journals and I was looking at just ideas that I had written down. And I'm sure that this has been said before. I'm not reinventing the wheel, just painting it a new color maybe. But these are just some thoughts that I wrote down. I wrote down, I am the main character. Reinvent myself. That's something that I wrote down. I wrote down, pick a character, pattern myself after the character, visualize my life as this character lives. So I'm encouraging you to do that. Pick your favorite character and pattern your life after them. Me personally, I love the movie Clueless. I love Dion and Cher from Clueless. I love it. Love them. Even though they're high school students and I'm a grown woman in my 30s, but can we just talk about how just Stacey Dash, I think, was in her late 20s or early 30s, filming that film, playing a teenager, just looking amazing, melanin, glowing, shining. Can we just talk about that? Just moment for her beauty. But yes, Clueless is one of those movies that I pattern my life after. Yes, they're high school students. Yes, they're a little bit lost and a little bit hyper-focused on popularity and fashion. But rock with me for a second. I really love the characters Dion and Cher from Clueless because they're always dressed well. They take pride in their appearance. They're trying to help others. You know, they help the new girl, Ty, when she comes. They're trying to help others. Yeah. Even though Cher's character is a little bit, she's clueless obviously at points and doesn't realize there's some things at play, doesn't even realize some things about herself or what's happening in her life. She's somebody who really takes pride in her appearance. She tries to help others. She tries to help her teachers. She tries to help her fellow students. Even though some things do go awry, her trying to play matchmaker and put students together or get the teachers together for the gain of the students. But she does actually help people around her. Those teachers ended up getting married. You know, so she's helping people. Her and Dion, they're doing the makeover. They're helping Ty. They're bringing the new girl under their wing. You know, it's really hard being a new student at a school or being the new person at a job or being the new person in a neighborhood or at a church. It's nice when like the well-liked, popular, well-dressed kids are taking you under your wing and helping you. And I think that this film is very different than Mean Girls, which I love me some Mean Girls. I love like those girls movies like The Heathers and Jawbreaker. But in those movies, we see the popular girl kind of take the unpopular girl under her wing. But then there's ulterior motives where they do harm or it ends up being violent and tragic, like the movie Heathers or Jawbreaker. Or even in Mean Girls where somebody gets hit by, you know, Regina gets hit by a bus. We're not talking about that. But in Clueless, you know, they take Ty under their wing. It does kind of get a little crazy when Ty says you're a virgin who can't drive and all of that. I'm showing my age, y'all, can you tell? But I just love that movie because when Cher was stressed out, Cher went shopping. Cher got a massage at one point. You know, I love how Dion presents herself in the film, how she's no nonsense. She says it like it is. I love that Cher and Dion, it seems like they have like a real friendship. They're not trauma bonding. So anyway, film that I love, and just something that I always carry with me is just seeing Cher get a massage, go shopping when she was stressed. And she was someone who tried to help others. Love that her and Dion didn't have a trauma bond. Looked like they had a real friendship. So that would be an example of a film that I love and pieces that I take out of it and try to pattern for myself. I also love the movie Bring It On with Kirsten Dunst and Gabrielle Union and the singing group Black. Am I showing my age? Yes, but it's all good. We love the millennials. Maybe, yes, no, I don't know. But yes, I love the movie Bring It On. I particularly love Gabrielle Union's character. She's the captain of the cheer squad for the Clovers. And I just love just her whole look, her whole countenance in that film. Like, Gabrielle Union just looks so feminine and so beautiful in that film. And she's also a solid leader. Like, she leads that cheer squad to victory. You know, just it's phenomenal. She takes them on that TV show, they get the money, they're able to enter into the cheer competition. She's just a solid leader all the way around. Like, even when cultural appropriation is happening, their cheers are being stolen, just all the stuff. Gabrielle Union was just like rock solid in the film. And she wasn't playing a character like a maid. She wasn't playing like a sidekick, not to downplay those roles, but she just had a solid role where she was beautiful. She wasn't like the butt of the jokes as like the brown skin or the dark skin woman. She wasn't shown as undesirable in the film or romantically undesirable. She's just beautiful in the film. She's a boss. She's that girl. She leads her team to victory. So that's another character, Gabrielle Union's character in Bring It On, Captain of the Clovers, somebody that I would pattern myself after. Something to keep in mind though, again, these are high school movies, they're teen movies. So if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you know, you have to pull things that are age appropriate, apply it to yourself in an age appropriate way. Just something to keep in mind. So yeah, these were the notes I was coming across in my journal. You are the main character. Reinvent yourself. Pick a character that you admire and pattern yourself after that character. Try to visualize how that character lives. Like, even in the movie Clueless, Cher's living in a mansion, Dion's living in a mansion. Like, if that's what you gotta do, visualize yourself living in a mansion. Visualize yourself with a housekeeper. Like, she had a housekeeper in Clueless. Visualize yourself with a housekeeper. Visualize yourself with a mansion. Visualize yourself with a luxury car if that's what you want. You know, at one point, you know, Cher got her grades changed. I mean, study, get your good grades the right way. But, you know, she was getting good grades, just all the things. So if that's the type of life that you want, whatever film that you like, look at those things that just seem, maybe it seems unattainable or it seems aspirational to you, but look at those things and visualize yourself having those things for yourself. I even love the movie Babs with Halle Berry. I mean, I'm not trying to be dishonest and get somebody's money right before they're gonna go see the Lord, but I just love the story in Babs. The women in Babs are hilarious. They're making you laugh. They're dressed well. Their hair looks good. They have a conscience. You know, they demonstrate sisterhood in the film Babs. Initially, they went into the scheme to try to get this man's money, whatever the case may be. But eventually, their conscience kicked in, their heart kicked in. They wanted to be kind to the man. They wanted to be loving to the man. You know, in Babs, we see them open their own hair salon and restaurant. Like, I love Babs too, because it's beautiful black women, and they come up in that film. And that film could have went dark, them trying to scheme that older man or that elderly man trying to scheme him for his money. That film definitely could have went dark, where they could have hurt him, or, you know, they could have unalived him, just did something bad to him to get his money, or, you know, it could have been like a sex workers type story. No shade to sex workers, but it could have went in a different direction. But the movie Babs, I think, is just such a lighthearted, cute comedy. where the ladies are dressing cute, looking cute, they're dancing, they're laughing, they're demonstrating sisterhood, they end up wealthy at the end of the film, they're open a business. So BAP's another great film, I would say. And I didn't know this video was going to turn into a film review. I'm just trying to tell you to be the main character and reinvent your life. Whatever the main character looks like for you, whatever that looks like for you. So an example for reinventing your life, being the main character, another tip I would give is schedule yourself some apartment tours at luxury apartments. Go to some open houses where there are mansions or mini mansions or just houses that you would aspire to live in, and go to an open house or book yourself a tour to go see these houses. Even if it's a luxury apartment that you cannot afford, it's like a penthouse suite type of apartment, you know, it's the most luxury mansion that you could ever dream of. You have to put yourself in those spaces and visualize yourself in that space and not think, oh, this could never happen for me, but see yourself in that space, visualize it, see it in your mind, because when you see it, you can achieve it. It can happen. It can be yours. So I strongly would urge you, one of those tips to be the main character, to reinvent your life, start booking yourself apartment tours at luxury apartments. Go see open houses of those houses that you would want. Even if it's not in your price range, just go so you can have that feeling, like you can just lift your mood and you're showing yourself this can happen for me. That's another tip that I was looking at in my journal recently with this be the main character, reinvent your life topic that we're delving into. Watch luxury tours online. When you're watching YouTube, when you're eating your dinner, and maybe you're gonna Netflix and chill, have a little snack, have a drink of wine, whatever the case, watch those luxury apartment tours on YouTube. Watch those house tours, look at the real estate agents, the real estate brokers, even just the baddies on YouTube, the luxury divas, whatever. Watch their apartment tours, visualize yourself doing it. I know for me personally, I love watching a house tour or an apartment tour with a Black woman because I can imagine myself doing it. You know, it's not somebody, I like to watch people, that person's in my age group, they could be me, maybe they work in a similar profession, they look similar to me, similar skin tone, whatever the case. That's why representation matters. I love watching those luxury apartment tours or those home tours, those luxury home tours with Black women. That empowers me to let me know that I can do it too. Even though this country didn't give me my 40 acres and a mule or give my ancestors their 40 acres and a mule, like that can happen for me. Each one teach one. We grab one, we bring them along. You don't have to be the token Black person in your neighborhood. We can all inspire one another to have that luxury apartment, to have that home ownership, to have that house. So when I see Black women doing it, it inspires me to make me think I can do it too. I also like to watch Dave Ramsey's debt-free screams online. Now, I wouldn't say that I'm in love with Dave Ramsey's politics, but the man knows what he's talking about when it comes to money. And I love watching his debt-free screams on YouTube, on his podcast, where people come on, they talk about how they did his Financial Peace University, they talk about how they went through his baby steps and they paid off all their debt, and they come on the show and they do this big scream. I love that. That inspires me. That lets me know, especially when I see Black people doing it, it lets me know if it's possible for them, it's possible for me. So I love watching Black people do their debt-free scream on the Dave Ramsey show, or just doing videos about how they became debt-free. That's inspiring. So I would encourage you to watch those types of videos and visualize yourself in that space. Watch money videos and work on your budget. Watch videos of people who have paid off their debt. I love to watch cash stuffing videos. Even if the person's not showing their face, they're just showing their beautifully manicured nails and they're stuffing the envelopes. Those videos can be so inspiring, just seeing all that cash, seeing all that money, seeing somebody with their sinking funds, putting their savings in the envelopes. Highly recommend watching those types of videos. And just remember, if we're conceptualizing our life right now as if it is a movie, we are conceptualizing that we are the main character. We are conceptualizing that we are driving this plot, honey. That's what's going to get you there. Remember that challenges are going to come. Problems are going to come. Again, people love a good underdog story. They love seeing the main character, they're down and out, and then in the midnight hour, the main character comes through. You know, think about the Rocky films, the Creed films. Even think about movies like Shrek, Rush Hour, Austin Powers, Toy Story even. I'm definitely showing my age. But you know, that was something I wrote down in my journal. Like, when I face challenges, it's just part of the plot in the story. The challenges are just part of the plot in the story. The challenges don't mean that your life is over, that the movie is a horror movie, or the movie is a tragedy, or no, it doesn't mean that. When you face challenges, the challenges are just part of the plot. The challenges are just part of the story. Imagine your glow up like it's a montage in a movie. I love the movie The Mannequin, the 80s movie The Mannequin with Kim Cattrall, filmed in Philly. I'm a Philly girl. I love that film, you know, where Kim Cattrall, the mannequin comes to life and the main character falls in love with her. Again, I'm showing my age. I love the montage in that film where she's getting dressed up, she's looking cute, they're having fun, she's trying on the outfits, they're playing the music. Love the montage. I love the montage in Clueless, of course, where they're getting dressed. I want to be a supermodel. Like, they're getting dressed, they're looking cute. Love that. Think about your life as a montage. We all love the montage in the Rocky movies. Shout out to Sylvester Stallone, Philly stand up. Even though he's not from Philly, but the Rocky movies are Philly films. Even in those films, we see Rocky with the montage. Rocky's training. He runs up the steps at the art museum. He's shadow boxing. Like, we love seeing that montage. We love seeing Michael B. Jordan do the montage where he's training, he's boxing, he's getting ready for the match. We love to see that. So imagine your glow up like a montage in a movie. Something else I have written in my journal is habit tracking. Habit tracking is a concept that I implemented from the book Atomic Habits. Habit tracking, everything. Do your research on that. That habit tracking is what's going to get you a sequel. That habit tracking is what's going to get you a part 2, part 3, part 4. You are the main character. Reinvent your life. The challenges are just part of the plot. You are going to be victorious in the end. Imagine that montage, that glow up, where you become the person that you want to be. And habit track. Habit tracking is going to help you to get that sequel. Like, look at Rush Hour. I think they're about to make a Rush Hour 4. I don't know how many Shrek movies we got. Are we on Shrek Part 5, Shrek Part 6? We got a whole bunch of Toy Story movies. What are we on, a Toy Story 10? We got 3 Austin Powers movies. I think Mike Myers might come out with another Austin Powers movie. You know, we have another Beverly Hills Cop movie with Eddie Murphy. Why am I saying all this? How many Rocky movies do we have, y'all? How many Creed movies do we have? I'm gonna need Michael B. Jordan to come through with another Creed with the daughter. You know, I want to see the daughter boxing. You know what I mean? But yeah, why do all these movies have sequels? Why do a lot of these movies have a part 3, a part 4 even? Because the main character faced challenges. It was only part of the plot. The main character overcame those challenges and they were victorious in the end. So remember, movies are fiction, they're not real, but just use this as a conceptualization. You can pick a character who you admire and visualize yourself having that glow up, experiencing those wins similar to the character, and apply that to your life as inspiration. You are the main character. Reinvent your life. When you're habit tracking and you're glowing up, guess what, baby? You're going to get a sequel, a part 3, a part 4, a part 5. Ain't nobody going to be able to get rid of you as the main character, okay? You're that girl. All right, y'all. I'm going to let you go. Again, my name is Anastasia. I'm a licensed professional counselor. I am the Soft Life Therapist. I'm here to guide you into your software era. I am here to help you be your own best friend. Don't forget to connect, create, and crown. Connect to yourself, connect to God. Create the life that you want because you deserve it. Crown yourself because you are a queen. Again, I am a licensed mental health therapist, but I am not your therapist. So if you do need individual therapy, make sure you find yourself a therapist. Whether you go on Psychology Today, ThriveWorks, therapyforblackgirls.com, therapyforblackmen.org, go through your doctor, go through your insurance company. Churches have resources, community centers have resources. If you need your own individual therapist, find you one, get you one. Get the help that you need and prioritize your mental health. I am not your personal mental health therapist. These videos are not meant to replace mental health therapy or psychoeducation. These are just some tips that you can choose to implement or not. I'm here to empower you, inspire you, help you grow, but this is not your own personal therapy. So please remember that. I love you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.